right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Old Glory Truck Series. We are in race number 3 here at Kansas. We are in the midst of qualifying at the moment. My name is Mark. I've got Grant in the booth with me for Southern Broadcast Gaming Network. Hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday night, and I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out to take your time and watch, listen, and interact with us and the Old Glory Truck Series.
How you doing, Mark?
I am doing pretty good, Grant. Hold on.
Hello. Now that we are doing an interesting little thing with qualifying here, I don't know if this was a partial mistake or not. So drivers are currently taking turns, just like in real life, to go do 2 qualifying laps around.
Yep, and that tells you where they're going to be on the track. I think they all know how qualifying works, Grant. So how you doing today, buddy?
Yes, I'm doing all right. Happy to be back. I do want to apologize. I was not here last week. I was taking part in the iRacing Spa 24-hour event with a few of my friends, so was having some fun over there.
And if you ever need a broadcaster for that, we got you.
All right.
Me and my imaginary friend. The only problem is nobody else could hear him.
Yeah.
So we are about 3 minutes away from the start of the race. Everybody just wanted to come in, introduce myself, introduce Grant, and let y'all know a little bit about the track tonight. So we're in Kansas Speedway, 120 laps. Now they're running about 75% fuel. And how many laps is that, Grant?
It really depends because of it being Kansas in the trucks. It's really going to depend on how they are and where they're positioned. If they're up front the whole entire time, I would expect them maybe doing 33, maybe 34 laps. If they're back in the draft the whole entire time, they could probably push that another 2, 3 laps
Nice.
to like 37.
All right. So, and there's no stage breaks in this race, so they will have to do the green flag pit strategies as long as they stay green, which in the truck series is pretty normal. These guys know how to race. Old Glory really does know how to race. Now, tonight's race is brought to us, and the series itself now, brought to us by RacingPaints.com and Stephen Light being the race runner.
Stephen Light actually right now holding on to pole right now.
Well, and that's the thing with Stephen Light. So he is actually a NASCAR driver. This is his pastime, which is awesome. When he gets out of the cockpit, he gets back into the cockpit.
I was about to say, he's just changing his seat.
Yeah, exactly. He's just changing. I bet he's got like a massager on his seat at the house.
Yeah.
No, that just shows that driving is a passion, whether it be virtual, real life. It's a passion, and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So we do have 4 sets of tires for tonight's race, 1 fast repair. And the 4 sets of tires pretty much tracks with the fuel length. So, when they do their pits, they may, probably doing both at the same time, right?
I would think so with how the track is. If they do 2 right side tires, like late in a run, they will be severely loose. that they'll
All right.
probably lose more time than gain.
Well, hey, hate to break up this wonderful talk we're having, but we have to rise and put our hands over our hearts for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
All right, we are back. I got our qualifying results on the board. Number 1 is going to be Stephen Light, Mark Kincaid in second, Balin Powell in third, Marshall Johnson in fourth, Matthew Worrall in fifth, Chris Isaacs in sixth, and Nathan Lafayette in seventh. Grant, you got the rest for me?
Brianna Laurent is in eighth. Apologize ahead of time for mispronunciations. Larry Contoris Jr. is in ninth. Matt Benicle is in 10th. Justin Schloop is in 11th. Christopher Alkire is in 12th. Christopher Nice is in 13th. And I'm showing Leon Mitchell in 14th, but he did not set a lap time.
Yeah, it's Lyle Mitchell. And just so you know,
sorry.
number 10 is Matt Benke and Brianna Laurent.
Binky.
Yep.
Okay. Matt's last name reminded me of a very old friend of mine. So, thought it was the same pronunciation for the last name.
That is not a problem.
And looks like the track lights are already starting to come on around the track. That is gonna make the track act different than what they were doing in practice and in qualifying.
And we are getting our formation lap started. All right, Grant, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right. I got told that I was a little muffled and quiet, so I just upped my settings.
Gotcha.
So here we are getting ready to go green. And we are green flag racing, everybody. Race number 3 here in Kansas, starting out with a good run by number 97 of Stephen Light and the number 54 of Mark Kincaid. Already look like they're trying to battle it out for that first position.
Now this is a track that you're going to see them drafting a lot. It's almost completely flat out for the first few laps. It's only then that tire wear starts getting to kick in that you're going to see him lift.
Already had a little bit of bumping there off the stretch, a little bit farther back, but it did not cause any issues, thank God.
Yeah.
So you know what? While we're early on in the race, I want to point out number 97, driven by Stephen Light in the Bass Pro Shops Chevrolet. Mark Kincaid in the Ozark number 54. Trying to get a better view so everybody can see that. Balin Powell. I couldn't read that for a second.
Red River Soft Wash on the back of that thing.
Oh, nice. All right. Yeah, the number 11 Red River Soft Wash Chevy. Matthew Worrell in the Klondike. Oh man,
Yeah.
what would you do for a Klondike bar, Grant?
Eat a Klondike bar.
You wouldn't do anything for it though?
Oh, we have a yellow.
Oh, first caution of the night. Wonder what happened. Grant, do you want to see if I don't see anything on our thing here?
I'm looking back for it right now. I see. It looks to be in between the 00 and someone else. I'm currently trying to check.
All right. Well, if you want to find that, we can always go side by side and check that out. And if you would like to bring anyone up into the booth, we can also do that.
I have an onboard shot for us.
All right. We're going side by side.
We're going to be riding along with the 12 of Larry here. And it's the incident between the 00 and the 3. Going into turn 1 here, it just looks like the 3 of Chris Isaacs just got a little bit tight while the 00 Nathan was coming down the track, and they collided. Unfortunately, it looks like he collected the 12 of Larry Contreras Jr., but doesn't look like it's going to be much damage for him.
Well, that is always a good. Oh, and they said High Sim Racing said 3 got the EOL.
Well, here's the concern right here. Larry's still in the pit, as well as Nathan. Nathan is not surprised with how badly his truck looked to be damaged from that incident. But maybe Larry's got some extra damage that it didn't look like.
Oh, either that or he is just taking a minute.
Also very true.
So I'm still going to continue to look at my truck paint schemes. You got the number 33 of Marshall Johnson in the Eisen number 33 Toyota. Waiting for a good shot to come around. See, this is why I need you to help me with my cameras. Oh, you got the number 9 Coors of Justin Shoup You got Christopher Alkire, the number 43. On the back says Bandio. You've got a 35 operator and scale trains of Matt Benke.
Christopher Nice in that Swedish Fish.
Oh, the
Chevy.
Swedish Fish 77, buddy. Brianna Laurent, Here Comes the Sun, number 6. Is that a Beatles logo?
That's the Beatles.
Oh, that
Yes,
is.
that
Oh,
is
it's
the Beatles.
it's the Abbey Road on the hood. Look. Oh.
Pace
Iconic.
cars off.
All right, pace cars off. We are about to go back green flag racing. 7 laps in out of 120. Still got Stephen Light in the front, followed by Mark Kincaid in second. Phelan Powell in third. Justin Shoup in fourth. Matthew Warhol in fifth, but he is trying to make his way up. Marshall Johnson in sixth. Matt Benke in seventh. Christopher Alkire in eighth. Christopher Nice in ninth. Brianna Laurent in 10th. Nathan Lafayette in 11th. Larry Cantoris in 12th. Chris Isaacs in 13th. And Lyle Mitchell in... It's showing Lyle Mitchell out of the race.
Yes. He never took his truck to the grid. In fact, I believe he is actually acting as race control today.
Ah, so, yeah.
So he just joined in and registered as there's contact in between Matthew and Marshall, who were there for P5 and 6. Nothing of it, they just made slight contact in the tri-oval.
Ooh.
Oh!
Yeah,
As the 11 Phelan Powell was heavy in the wall.
Yeah, and he almost took on the Coors number 9. Yeah, he almost took the Coors number 9 with him, but he was able to, Shoup was able to jump around that.
Yeah, everyone got around him. Looks like some heavy crinkling on the right side of Phelan's truck. Now, since we are on the new damage model, it's not going to affect him as badly. It used to be that any time you made contact with the outside wall, your truck would instantly just get tighter and tighter as the run got on.
Ooh.
Sometimes it was a good thing, but 95% of the time it was always worse.
Well, and I can see where that would be worse.
Justin Shoup has done an amazing job this race. He's already up 8 positions from where he started, now in P3.
Oh, Marshall Johnson said he couldn't have that.
Very true.
So we are already 13 laps in, having a good bit of racing so far. Always what I like to see with Old Glory.
Oh, crossover move. In between Marshall Johnson and Justin. Now Justin's got the inside lane.
But what do you think is going to be the dominant lane here in Kansas? Yeah, I'm seeing
It's
these
not
guys.
going to be about dominant lanes here, actually. As there's contact and spinning!
Ooh.
Oh!
And I had my chopper on that as it happened. Yeah, bring me, if you want to bring up a side-by-side, we will check that out in detail. That was definitely a wreck for the ages. So we are under our second caution of the evening.
What we're going to do is actually follow along being on board with the 35 of Matt Pinkel.
Benke.
Benke, sorry. We're going to see the 33 get very loose out of turn 4 and actually make a mistake and hit the outside wall going into turn 1, just collecting everyone, and there was nowhere for everyone else behind him to go.
No, because like I said, I saw him in the chopper cam, and they literally, it was like a traffic jam.
Because Balin's here, he's on the brakes right here, and you're just nowhere really to go. He didn't have enough grip to stay on the apron, and he's inside the 9 truck.
Ooh.
Was not expecting him to be there. And we are receiving word that the 33 is receiving an EOL
Exactly.
for that incident.
Are you watching our chat too?
Yes.
Yep.
I also overheard it on the chat
All right.
in
Good.
game.
Yeah.
I've got race comms up.
Always a smart move. Ooh. Well, for a lot of those trucks, I think there went their one fast repair for the evening.
Would not be surprised on that. From what I am reading here, for sure 2 drivers who will be using their fast repair that time will be the 33 of Marshall Johnson and Matt Binky in the 35. Because both of them could not make it to pit road, so they had to tow. So at that point, I would not be surprised if they... which broadcaster are you hearing twice?
You.
Me? Okay.
Say something now.
I don't know how you would fix that.
I am working on it as we speak, sir.
Okay.
All right,
I want to make my joke and not going to do it.
I got it fixed.
Okay. Looks like the lights are off on the pace cars. We're coming out of turn 4.
All right, so we are ready to go back green flag racing. Thank you guys for letting me know about the issue. I am so sorry, but it is fixed now. Grant, you can talk all you like, and you won't be heard twice.
Good to know. Now, it looks to be that Balin Powell and Matthew Warhol did go a lap down under that yellow.
It looks like Marshall Johnson is still in the pit, but that is expected.
I'm showing the same thing here.
Well, he did get the EOL.
Yes. I have a slight concern that he might have forgotten to... Oh!
Third caution of the night. Well, I definitely have my eye on the pace car for the win this evening. Kidding.
Let's see if I've got a good shot here. I've got a great close-up view, actually.
All right, let us go side by side and check that out.
Riding along with the 3 of Chris Isaacs, the incident's in between the 54 and the 6.
So Mark Kincaid and Brianna Laurent.
Unfortunately, it looks like we do have a slight case of netcode with the difference in between these two trucks. But it did. Mark seemed to have. Looks like it turned Brianna into the wall.
Yeah, I saw that as well because they did not contact at all when she was turned.
There we go. From looking behind Chris Isaacs, you just see them kind of slide up there. And there was a second incident, actually, even. See in the back there. Almost a 3 wide. In between the 00, the 79, and who is that?
Matt
The
Biggie
80,
and
the 35. Sorry.
Yep, so the 79 goes up, gets turned sideways on the track, and it looks like he collected Matt in the 35. And Matt collides with the wall right behind the first incident. See, while you have the in-car cams, I am checking it all out on my chopper cam.
All right.
That way they've got 2 different views of the same incident right there. So Stephen Light did take to the pits during that one, and is going to put him a few positions down, leaving Justin Shoup actually in the lead with Christopher Nice right behind him in second. Now, he is the biggest mover right now, up 11 spots from where he started.
Christopher Alkire is in third. And that actually, those top 3 did not come down pit road this time. They did, however, come down pit road last yellow. So the difference on tires is not going to be that different. Now, I've been crunching the numbers over here that the whole entire race, they should only need to take 3 pit stops for fuel.
Nice.
Tires is a different story.
Well, I'm hoping they get, so with 4 sets of tires, that's 4 extra sets, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that's a little different. That's, 24 laps per set if they take them all. And if they don't, they might be able to make them last as long as the fuel.
Receiving word here that the 6 of Brianna will be the one taking the EOL this time. As the pace car lights are now off.
Do hope everyone is enjoying it tonight. 4 viewers out there with us on the stream, kind of keeping up with all the wonderful, exciting racing that's going on so far.
I don't know about you, but why does it look like when we do side by side that my camera is just completely laggy?
I do not know, but it is something I have to get that I will check out for.
Okay.
I'm noticing the same thing, but luckily I have my cable appointment.
Oh yeah, that is right. You are getting new internet. I forgot about that.
It's a shame in America you can't call an internet guy and they'll be out that same day. I wish.
Yeah.
All right, so pace car is off the track. We are getting ready to go back green flag racing. 23 laps out of 120. We have got Justin Shoup in first place, Christopher Alkire in second, Christopher Nice in third, Larry Cantoris in fourth, Stephen Light in fifth, Mark Kincaid in sixth, Chris Isaacs in seventh. Grant?
Chris Isaacs is in seventh. Nathan
Lafayette
is in eighth. Balin Powell is in ninth. Brianna Laurent is in 10th. Matthew Warhol is in 11th. Matt Binky is in 12th. And Marshall Johnson is in 13th. However, I'm indicating that he has taken his truck behind the wall.
Yeah, I wasn't seeing him either. So he might be out of the race for tonight. I hope not, but you never know.
I believe he's been involved in 2 major crashes, so I think his night may be done at that point.
Yeah, he might have had unrepairable damage or took too long to repair.
Yeah. Now, right now, we are seeing a slight change in position since the restart, and that is purely just because of the 5-lap difference on the tires. For instance, you see like the 12 and the 3 are just going to be walking right by the 43 of Christopher Alkire right now. Yeah, and that's purely just because since their tires are just that bit fresher, they're in the window where they can just flat out the turns, if not just cracking the throttle just a tiny bit. I am now receiving word that someone else, Matthew Warhol, has taken his truck behind the wall.
Now, would you like to bring any of those? Let's see if anyone is there to bring in. Marshall Johnson, Warhol. Not seeing anybody. So we're not going to bring anyone up.
All right.
It
happens.
Unless you want to bring somebody up just to talk.
Probably not while they're under green, even though they'd probably be okay with it.
They'll be fine. No, I'm kidding.
Now, I am not surprised, and this is from my own personal experience, that Justin is out there up front. Justin is actually was part of another truck league that I was in, and we actually just had our season finale, where he actually won that championship.
Oh, nice. Well, we are glad.
Unfortunately for me, I was not able to be there at that race because I was dealing with some health problems, so I wasn't able to race.
You got the COVID?
No. Insomnia.
No,
so
the insomnia was caused by COVID.
And now this stream will be muted because of it.
Aw. I apologize. I volunteers tribute.
Now, there's a huge battle. 3 trucks right now battling for P2. Stephen Light, Mark Kincaid, and Chris Isaacs. All 3 of them are doing quite a good job staying together like that. Oh! I'm receiving new words here. Matthew Warhol is still sitting in his truck.
So hopefully he is still in the race. It'd be nice for him to get out. Oh, yeah, he's still in pit. along
Still
with
receiving some
Pinky.
repairs, it seems. They might have needed him to hop out of the truck for a little bit to get some repairs done.
So Stephen Light is catching up. He is a little over a second away from Justin Shoup for that first position. You got Mark Kincaid right behind him in third. Chris Isaac in fourth, rocking the Genesis Aviation number 3 truck. I think his was one of the only trucks we didn't get to with all the excitement in the beginning of the race.
I believe you're right. Oh no, what is Nathan Lafayette driving in?
Nathan Lafayette. Oh, the Penguin brand coffee. 00. That is the truck I talked about last week. I actually love it for some reason. Never had Penguin brand coffee, but now I want it.
Ah. Now, Justin Shoup, Christopher Nice, and Christopher Alkire are all now passing the 20-lap mark on this current set of tires. Balin Powell's just passed 21 laps on this set. But everyone else is crossing over into that 16-lap mark. So we're about 10 or so, I'd say 10, 15 laps away from some green flag pit stops starting off. But also, Stephen Light and Mark Kincaid have kind of left Chris Isaacs behind to catch Justin. And they've changed that gap from 1 second to 0.3 in the past 3 laps.
And even Chris Isaacs is only 1.4 seconds behind from Justin. So even that little gap, you know, it seems like a lot, but he can easily catch that up, especially since he is on newer tires along with Light and Kincaid.
Yes, but we're now in the state of the run where it doesn't matter how many laps they've done on those tires. It's how well they've treated them. Because, for instance, Christopher Nice has actually been catching Chris Isaacs the past couple laps.
Ooh, and it looks like...
And he's on older tires.
Looks like Light is trying to make the pass. And is he going to be able to keep it? Ooh.
Justin holding on tight there out of the turn 4. But Stephen Light does make the move stick.
Looks like he had Kincaid for the push to give him just that last little bit of inertia to get the pass. And then Kincaid got it as well. So a new first and second position. Stephen Light in first, Kincaid in second. Justin Shoup fell back to third, but he's still not giving up.
Nope, he's now sticking in with that draft. Because just because he's lost the lead, that doesn't mean his race is over.
Oh, no, it never does. And we're still early on in the race, so there is so much that can happen in, 80 or 79 more laps? So, yeah.
Correct.
Still got plenty of life left in him.
Christopher Alkire is actually in the pits.
It looks like Matthew Warhall's out now. Or maybe not. I don't know. It said so. Now it said no.
I believe that was a blink.
Oh, okay. So we are 42 laps in, a little over a third of the way through the race. Stephen Light would be in first place, Mark Kincaid in second, Justin Shoup in third, Chris Isaacs in fourth, Christopher Nice in fifth, Phelan Powell in sixth, Larry Kantoris in seventh. Grant?
Nathan Lafayette is in eighth. Brianna Laurent is in ninth. Christopher Alkire is back in 10th with his pit stop. Matthew Warhol's in 11th, still in the pits repairing, and Matt Binky is in the pits as well in 12th.
Actually, you know what? Let's see if Matt Binky will come up to the booth with us. Or would you rather Warhol?
I would like to see... You know what? Let's go with Matt Binky. See what he's up to.
Oh. He was in the chat. Now he is not.
Ooh. He heard we were going to try to talk to him. He was like, nope.
Warhol's not in there either.
Unfortunate. Christopher Alkire has already gotten around Brianna. That's just going to be the case of having 20-lap fresher tires.
Yeah, he is still considered a lap-down vehicle, though. So he definitely
Correct.
has a little bit of, moving to do.
But he is the first one lap down, so if a yellow does come out, he will get the lucky dog. Now, it looks like Justin Shoup has actually has just crossed the 30-lap mark. So his tires are nearing the end of their life at this point.
And his fuel window.
Correct. I'm expecting him to come in probably around... If I was him, I'd probably come in around lap 50. But then again, I'd also try to just run the tank empty.
Yeah, because you got him, Phelan Powell, and Chris Nice on around the same area pit-wise.
Yeah. A lot of time can be gained in the pit stops, but a lot of time can also be lost.
Oh, yeah.
They're actually starting... The leaders here are actually starting to catch Brianna to put her a second lap down.
No! Yeah,
And I'm overhearing on the comms that someone's coming down pit road. I missed who it was, though. Oh, it was Brianna coming down pit road, so probably was having enough of those tires being so worn out.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I can't see when the last time she pitted was.
It was 20 laps before that. I'm sorry, 25. It was lap 20. According to my stat sheets here. Now, I thought Justin Shoup... Oh, he's in the wall a little bit. I thought Justin Shoup was losing these two guys, but he's caught back up to him. He's right there on the back bumper of Mark Kincaid.
Oh, he never left. He is right there, buddy. And I think I see Mark Kincaid kind of blinking out a little bit.
I just think I just watched actually the whole field blink. Which does not bode well for me, that means. Oh no! Black flag for the 6 truck.
Oh.
Speeding on pit entry.
Ooh.
That is a very unfortunate hold.
Yeah, and that's...
Knowing how long that is a very long 40-second hold. As Justin's going around the outside of Mark Kincaid right now. Is he going to be able to make the move sticking on that high side?
That is a good question. I think the high side is a little bit of a disadvantage when you're able to use the apron like they are here in Kansas.
Yes, but look at the run Justin's getting through the corner. He's cleared him.
Oh, shoot. All right, Justin Shoup.
That's what I was trying to say. Is like, don't count him out. He's been an amazing driver. I'm overhearing word of someone else is going to be coming down pit road. My guess is going to be Christopher Nice.
Maybe even Shoup himself.
I'm wrong. It's Balin Powell coming down pit road.
And
And Christopher Nice.
yeah, and
Both those guys have been out on track for the past 36 and 37 laps, so that's not a surprise for them.
yeah, and it's actually about time for Justin Shoup as well, unless he is just going to ride it out. But how much longer can he last?
He's working lap 38 since his last stop right now.
And he's taking the lead back from Steven Light.
He is taking the lead back. Staying up high, so I don't think he's pitting this time.
You know what? He deserves this one. He hadn't won yet, but that's impressive, okay? So here we are, 55 laps in out of 120 at Kansas Speedway with the Old Glory Truck Series. Now, this is race number 3, and it is turning out to be pretty dang good. What do you think, Grant?
Justin Shoup is into the pits.
I say it's been a pretty good race so far. What do you think, Grant?
I think it's been an incredible race so far. Sure, we had a few yellows to start out.
Yeah, but these guys got in their groove now.
Yep. Now, with Justin already exiting the pits, how well is he going to do on those fresher tires compared to these two who are still out?
Well, and it looks like they're about to the point to come in as well, because he was out till lap 39.
Correct. So,
and they're on 37 right now.
Now, all those yellows, as well as the drafting, has probably helped them. I'm overhearing that the 12 may be coming into pit this time. As we're watching the leaders here. Both leaders are coming into pit road right now. Steven Light and Mark Kincaid coming into pit.
But it's leaving.
So we'll get
and so is Chris Isaacs and Larry Cantoris.
Yes.
So it's giving.
So now
Justin,
we'll get to really see how well fresh tires will do.
Oh yeah, and Justin is able to, rocket his way up toward the front, along with Christopher Alkire and Balin Powell. Now they have a little bit of catching up to do. Steven Light and Mark Kincaid are still showing in that first and second spot. And Chris Isaacs is already back out on the track, along with... No, Balin Powell didn't go down.
Everyone has now come down pit road. It's just the how many laps ago it was. Christopher Alkire has actually been out there already for 18 laps since his last pit stop.
Yeah, so the early cautions definitely did put a little bit of a spin on the pit strategies, but it's definitely making it a little more interesting.
Yes, as now the gap in between Justin and Stephen Light is now 3 seconds. And that's just with pitting 3 laps sooner. So with that fact, how long will these guys stay out on those tires if they know how good fresh tires will be?
True, but again, you have to think they've only got 5 sets of tires. So you definitely have to watch your tires and watch, the way you take them. You don't want to take them too soon. You don't want to take them too late. But at the same time, where is that sweet spot? And do you want to, match it up with your fuel strategy?
Now, I will say they will be able to make it to the end only on one more stop. The question is going to be when.
Well, let's see. Did everybody, not everybody will be able to, will they? You got Balin
No,
Powell
I would say
out.
Christopher Alkire will not be able to. Balin Powell is up in the air. It depends how well he can stretch this fuel tank.
Yeah, because he did run 38 laps before pitting the last time. So he might be able
We'll really
to
get the answer probably around lap 80. I would say lap 80 would be the latest, well, the earliest someone could pit to make it to the end. But since they're not in a big pack now, they're not going to be able to save fuel as much.
Yeah, and that's another thing about the truck series is they've always, been able to spread out a little bit. Once they get into their groove, they can spread out a little bit. Each guy has their own.
Everyone's got their own race. It depends on where that puts them.
Exactly.
Right now, I'm showing Stephen Light being the fastest one on the track. And if we actually go look at him and Justin Shoop, that difference is now down to 0.2.
Oh, yeah, they're right.
Stephen Light's been pushing his truck to catch up to Justin right now.
Oh, yeah, and he is looking like he wants to take the pass, but is he going to be able to? He has slightly newer tires, but him and Justin Shoop, I think, are a good match for the first spot tonight. Alrighty, so go ahead.
Overhearing word that the 43 of Christopher Alkire has come into the pits this time.
Yep, I do see that.
So he will not be able to make it. He'll need to make one more pit stop before the end of the race.
Yeah, and I think he did that for a reason. I think he saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah, maybe he's trying to play the tire strategy instead of fuel strategy. Stephen Light does have the lead right now, but how long will he be able to keep pushing on those tires? Because they're already only 10 laps into this run, these top three. Of course, Justin's got 3 extra laps on his, so...
Yeah, but we can't count him
it's
out.
early.
Well, not just that.
It is early.
We saw earlier that he was on older tires than everybody, and he still took the lead.
Correct. So I think Justin's just doing a tire-saving strategy. And I think Mark Kincaid might be doing the same thing because he's been running similar lap times to Justin. But Stephen Light is definitely on a different kind of plan.
What's the plan?
I just watched Justin have some difficulty getting around Brianna and almost making contact out of turn 4.
That would not be a good outcome. But it would it would give us something to talk about. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Now, looks like Brianna's dealing with some old tires and maybe just trying to stay out of the way. Mark Kincaid's gotten around her now. Working on lap 72, so we're about 8 laps away from when I would say the pit window could be open.
I think they'd be smarter to wait a little bit longer than 80.
Yes. Really, I would say anyone past lap 90 that comes into the pits will be good to the end. Because that's just 30 laps. That's less than what even a normal fuel tank. Sure, you'll be having screaming tires by the end of that, but won't be the end of the world. Right now, Mark Kincaid is actually indicating being the fastest those past 2 laps. We'll see how he fares this lap.
Oh, he definitely is. No,
Yeah, I'm showing that he's gained 3/10 on the leader.
Yeah, but I'm
in the
also
past 3
showing
laps.
the last lap of Chris Isaacs to be 32.32, which is actually faster than Kincaid by 0.05.
Yes.
So Isaacs is actually running one of the fastest laps in the last little bit. So he is definitely running good in that Genesis Aviation number 3. And has a good chance to catch up to some of these guys. But so we still do have Stephen Light in first place, Justin Shoup in second, Mark Kincaid in third, Balin Powell in fourth, Chris Isaacs in fifth, Nathan Lafayette in sixth, Chris Nice in seventh,
Larry Cantoris Jr. is in 8th. Christopher Alkire is in 9th. Brianna Laurent is in 10th, rounding out the rest of the field that is out on track. Matthew Warhol and Matt Binky are still in the pits, just about to cross 30 minutes, respectfully.
Yeah, and they're not in the
I believe at this point, they have actually put their trucks behind the wall. Just their transponder might still be on.
Maybe. So 77 laps in. Definitely a good race so far. Want to thank everybody for taking the time to watch and check us out tonight.
Looks like Mark Kincaid is catching Justin Shoup some more. Gap is now 0.7 in between them. Question is going to be, will any one of them make an early pit stop to try to have that those fresh tires?
Yeah, but if they make too early of a pit stop, will they have to make another before the end of the race? There's the question.
That is indeed the question.
Because if they get new tires now for the get up it's got, then you get to the end of the race and their tires are literally, running on nothing.
Yeah.
So it's a trade-off, it really is. Do you want the initial speed, or do you want the long lasting?
Yes. Now it could also just be, as I believe Justin was scraping the wall out of turn 4. It's also going to be based on how their driving style is. I know some drivers who are able to change their driving style on the fly if needed to. But
who actually had Mark Kincaid just scratch the wall a little bit. Did not
cause
anything.
He's got also Christopher Alkire right behind him. Yep, going around him. He's on fresher tires. 10. Oh my gosh. There was contact in between Mark. Looks like the battle for second is still now within just 0.3 of a second. Between Justin Shoup and Mark Kincaid.
Definitely shooting it up.
Justin's in the wall.
Ooh, that did cost him his position. Luckily, it didn't cause it looks like hardly any damage, but it did cost him his current position.
Probably also cost him a lot of momentum, so now he's got to try to get that back.
Well, luckily, we're still only in lap 82, so he has got a decent little bit of time and another pit cycle to see what he can do for the rest of the race.
Yes. Oh, now I like this scene. Matthew Warhol and Matt Binky have both come back out onto the track.
Yes.
That is the never give up attitude I love to see.
Oh, that is perfect.
The thing is, I bet I know what each one, what both those drivers are thinking right now. If another incident happens, maybe an extra few points.
Very possible.
But Matt Binky was probably thinking, okay, I'm only 5 laps down to Matthew. Let's see if I can gain that back once my repairs are done.
I'm glad.
And now Matthew's probably thinking, I got to make sure I stay on track so I don't lose this position to Matt. Now, I don't know if those two will make it to the end on this current fuel tank. But it looks like those two are probably going to battle hard no matter what. As they are catching up to Mark Kincaid and Justin Shoup. Still battling hard for that P2 position. The gap being only a tenth of a second, they're running the same line right now.
We're seeing Justin do what he does best. Just when you think he's back or he's out, he comes back up and says, "Hey, I'm here."
Yep.
Definitely an amazing race so far. I am loving this tonight. 4 viewers out there
Just
with
crossed-
us on the stream.
Yep, just crossed 80 lap 87 as both Matt and Matthew are now making it 3 wide for Mark Kincaid and Justin.
Oh, that's pretty too. That is a nice 3 wide formation. Looks like Justin took back that second spot from Kincaid.
Yeah, looks like Mark might have backed out of that 3 wide being in the middle. Would not blame him.
Yeah, that does cause a little bit of tension, and like I've said before, it would rack my nerves being.
Justin's in the wall. Scraping the wall out of turn 2 has lost the position back to Mark. Justin's done 33 laps on his tires so far, so he's reaching the end of his tank. Question's going to be, when does he come in?
Right now, he is in pit road.
Oh, he is.
Yep, looks like he decided to take that as the chance to go down and hit pits. Now, he is right at lap 90, so that gives him an even 30 laps. When we know the fuel can last that long, and from what we've seen with him, I believe the tires will be just fine as well.
Correct. It's all going to be based on what happens the rest of this race. Now, when does Mark come in?
Well, Kincaid, Isaacs, and Light are only 32 laps off of their last pit. So that means they still have a chance, to stay out for a little while if they want to.
Well, they're not coming down this time.
And only our top 3 at the moment are on their final lap, or on the first on the
Lead lap.
Lead lap. There you go. Sorry.
Oh, Mark Kincaid's into the pits. Almost missing pit entry.
And Lafayette also took the pits on this lap.
Now, where does that put Justin in comparison?
Well, he is still showing 1 lap down, but it's definitely Isaacs is in the pit.
Leader coming down.
Oh yeah, so he's where does that put him? That's probably going to put him close to the lead.
Yeah, Chris Isaacs is in the pits. Got Mark Kincaid leaving the pits right now. And we're going to see Justin go around on the track already up to speed.
Yep, and he is on the lead lap, and he's still showing as second position to Steven, who, if he gets out of the pits pretty soon, he might not even lose that spot.
I think he's going to.
I think he is too. I'm looking at it at the speed in which he's picking it up, and
it's either going to be he's going to lose it out of 2 here, or it's going to be very tight into turn 3.
yeah, but like you
And it is tight into turn 3.
Yeah, but like you've been saying all night, those new tires are going to give you a bump.
Yes. Stephen Light's going to have a tiny bit of problem with this first lap. Probably going to be getting up to speed with fresh tires on low tire pressure. But after that, if we see Stephen Light just pull away, that would not be good for Justin. I think I'm already seeing him pull away a little bit on the straightaway.
Yeah, he's already upping his lead a little bit. Now he is almost half a second up, and he is just steady moving.
Yeah. Now the question's going to be, what will Justin do? Will he just try to stay saving tires, which I think he is? Because this is another multi-lane track that you can run all 3 lanes. You can run low, you can run middle, you can run high. You can change what lane you're in from turn to turn. It's all about finding that balance, especially when trying to play the tire wear game.
Ooh, and look at
Steven getting around Brianna. It's in the wall.
He slingshotted around Brianna, if you saw that.
Yeah. Now, the difference in between Stephen Light and Justin, tire-wise, was 4 laps.
Brianna just got sideways and went into the grass.
She's still in the grass.
So it did not cost or cause a caution.
I'm going to bring it back and see what happened.
And let me know when you're ready, and we will go side by side.
I am ready to show you. Actually, looking on some other cameras here, looks like a tap in the rear by the 54.
Ooh.
The 54 of Mark Kincaid making collision. And it sounded like Brianna was not happy over the race comms.
No, I wouldn't be either. I would not be happy either.
But she's just out there on track still. Doesn't look like she got any damage, luckily.
And we do have 21 laps to go here in Kansas.
Oh, during that we missed something. Justin Shoup is back in 3rd. Mark Kincaid has gotten around him.
Well, we do have 20 laps. Would you like to go back and see that, and then we can go side by side again?
Can try to find it. I have found it.
All right. So we are going to go back side by side and check out what we missed.
Gonna watch them enter turn 3 and 4. Just looks like Justin just up on the high line, just saving his tires a little bit. Just a clean, easy move for Mark Kincaid. We are getting closer and closer to the end.
Oh, yeah. We have got 18 laps to go.
And it looks like Stephen Light and Mark Kincaid are pulling out the exact same lap times. But Justin is not that far behind, but he is still losing time right now.
I wonder if he took a full tank and all 4 new tires when he went into pit.
Yeah. Or the dreaded problem. Has his fuel, has he realized he doesn't have enough fuel? And he's saving.
Let's see. Shoup 14. That was only 31 laps.
Yeah, but he pit right on lap 90, so I don't see why that would be a problem unless he didn't put enough fuel in.
Yeah, and that's what I was asking, if he got a full tank or if he was just trying to shorten that pit cycle.
Let me do some deep diving here. Looking at the pit times, the difference was only 1 second.
So I'm not sure unless he is having car issues. And just so you guys know, when Grant does a deep dive, he actually puts on the old style diver's helmet.
Just puts on the VR helmet instead. With about 15 laps to go here,
And I'm
Mark Kincaid is trying to catch Stephen Light right now.
I'm actually tempted to see what it would look like if we broadcast in VR.
It wouldn't be as good as you think.
Oh, okay, then I'm not going to do it. Hey, there you go. I want quality. I'm all about quality.
Yeah.
That's why I'm paying for better internet.
For the fact that you wouldn't be able to see anything else, you would only be able to see the server, it'd be a bit difficult to broadcast it.
You sound like a man that's tried.
As a person who's tried using VR and hate the fact that I don't get as much info as I normally do.
Well, and that is
Yeah.
true because, you know, you probably, like me, have 3 screens right out in front of you.
Nope, only 2.
Oh, okay.
The desk is only big enough for 2.
Bigger desk, my friend, bigger desk.
I'm not going to be able to afford a bigger desk for a while because I just got this one.
Ooh, it says Brianna Laurent crashed.
Did she?
I'm-
It does say she's towing right now. I can go back and look.
Yes, if you would, I'd like to see that. Because again, it did not cause a caution. We are 12 laps to go here in Kansas. Now, this is Old Glory's Truck Series, race number 3.
Don't go side by side just yet. Let me figure out what was the cause.
Absolutely, you just let me know.
According to the stat sheet here, she came down pit road on lap 100. She had only done 27 laps. So what could have happened?
I say we bring her up and ask. Now, is this her is the question.
Don't know. Yeah, she just comes in and pit.
Hey, Brianna, this is Mark and Grant in the booth. You got a copy?
You got the wrong person.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no! Oh, we have a yellow.
So we have caution of the evening. Some wonder why.
I'm indicating that looks to be Matthew Warhol was slow. Now I'm indicating that Brianna just after coming in getting a pit stop was leaving going into turn 1 and just slowly came to a stop and towed. Now, to see what happened to let's see what happened to Mr. Matthew Warhol. I am ready for you and for side by side.
All right. We're going to go side by side.
On board with Matthew Warhol. He's got no one behind him, so looks like he's catching the leader, Stephen Light. Oh, he just gets loose and spins around out of turn 2. Does he hit the wall? No.
And it looks like all of our leaders took that chance to go ahead and jump the pits.
Yes, they did.
Mark Kincaid is the first out of pits, followed by Stephen Light. So Mark is going to be in first.
Justin comes out third.
Followed by Nathan
Followed
Lafayette.
by... Yep.
In fourth, Balin Powell in fifth, Larry Cantoris in sixth, Chris Isaacs in seventh, Grant.
Christopher Alkire is in 8th. Christopher Nice is in 9th. Matthew Warhol is still in 10th. I'm sorry. Brianna is in 10th, but is no longer on the track. Matthew Warhol is in 11th, and Matt Binky is in 12th. And just to mention him as well, Marshall Johnson is still in the garage. I believe his truck might already be in its hauler.
So once the green flag comes out, we might be about 4 laps to go, you think?
It will really depend on when they get the one to go. I believe it would be 2 to green right now for them. So they'll get the one to go signal this time by. So it'll probably actually be 5 laps to go.
So it'll definitely be a good race to the finish for these guys.
Yes. And from what I'm hearing, the leader, Mark Kincaid, is deciding to have the top lane? Yes. As the pace car lights are out this time by.
And I want to apologize
I forgot
to
there were forgot there were waiver rounds.
Yeah, I was going to apologize to Mr. Balin Powell for dragging him into the booth. I thought I had Brianna. I do not.
Looks like Brianna is not in the Discord, so...
Well, now I owe him an apology, so I'm going to have to bring him in the booth and apologize when we do our interviews.
Yes. Whether he's part of the top 3 or not.
Ah, he deserves to be talked to.
I think this is going to be an interesting one with how... Let's see, the top 5 are on the lead lap. So it's going to be a 5-car shootout with Nathan actually being at the end of the pack. Pace car being off. We are back green.
All right, we are back green flag racing. 4 laps to go here in Kansas. nice little pack, except for the fact that Mark Kincaid is trying to shoot out the front. But will he be able to hold it? He has got he's got Balin Powell, Justin Shoup, Stephen Light, all right on his tail. They are ready to go. They want this win as bad as he does.
Having 3 laps to go this time by.
Yeah, and you got your top 4 all gunning it. Stephen Light is trying for the pass, but he is not able to get it yet. Looks like he's...
Mark Kincaid's got the inside lane, which is the preferred lane at this time. With the fact that how many laps are left, having that bottom lane is going to probably be very beneficial.
I don't know. Stephen Light and him, they're battling it out. They are door to door. Basically one, then the other. Stephen Light's got it, but is he going to be able to keep it?
Looks like he does. But Justin Shoup has got a run on him.
Oh, yeah.
What's he going to do with it? Looks like he had to back out of it.
Yeah, but Balin Powell's got him by about a door. Looks like he's going to try to make it in. Final lap tonight, guys. This is some exciting stuff. You got Stephen Light in that first position, followed by Mark Kincaid, Justin Shoup, and Balin Powell. All 4 of these guys are going for it, but it looks like Stephen Light and Kincaid are going to be your top contenders.
It's really going to be this battle for third here. And for reference, you want to know how hard they really are pushing? As Justin's in the wall.
All right, we got our winner for the evening, Stephen Light.
Holy! Congrats to Stephen Light. And that final lap was a purple.
That was a nail biter, bro.
Fastest lap of the race.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and bring up our race results. We have got Stephen Light in the first position, Mark Kincaid in second, Justin Shoup in third, Balin Powell in fourth, Nathan Lafayette in fifth, Larry Cantoris in sixth, and Chris Isaacs in seventh. Grant?
Christopher Alkire finished 8th. Christopher Nice is in 9th. Brianna Laurent finished 10th. Matthew Warhol finished 11th. Matt Binky finished 12th. And Marshall Johnson finishes out the whole field in 13th.
I'm just looking to see who I am missing at the moment.
I don't think you are missing anyone.
I have got everybody. And just, we are going to bring in Balin Powell for your first guy. No, we're not. He took himself out.
He was probably telling him good race and probably calling it a night.
All right. Well, in that case, we are going to bring up Justin Shoup. Hey, Justin, this is Grant and Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, sir, how you doing tonight?
Good about you.
Pretty good. That was a nail biter on the last couple laps, man. You were running good with these guys the whole race.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. The top wasn't working as much as I really wanted it to, especially by myself is when I was trying it the most. But I noticed when I was right with the 99 and the 54, I was really able to get the top working, and I think at the end there, which I don't blame Mark, we're coming down to the last lap. If he doesn't put a block on me there and lets me run the top clean with the momentum I had, I think I definitely had something for Steven on the last lap. But yet to be seen. It was a good race, good field. nothing to complain about. Good track.
Well, and is this your first race with us here?
Oh, I'm in the Cup Series,
Okay.
but I just making a little part-time appearance here. Had some time, so figured I'd come down here and run. Seen Steven was, so if they're letting him run, I'm definitely welcome to run, being from the Cup Series.
Well, there you go, man. Well, it's good to see you, dude. I hope you can come back in. It's definitely a lot of fun having some more guys out there.
Yeah, man. I'll try and make as many as I can. Friday nights can be the wife night most weeks. So.
Oh, okay. Well, and you gotta make the wife happy. That's just how it is. But hey,
Of course.
being on the podium gives you all the shout outs you want. Do you got anybody in mind tonight, man?
Tonight, not really. Just came here for fun. Didn't let anybody know I was racing. Don't have any teammates in the league. Just went out solo tonight, and but shout out to the admins, obviously, that run the races week after week, and Old Glory is really starting to become a lot better. A lot of the talent around here is starting to get it figured out, and it's starting to become a lot better racing.
Well, good, and it's definitely a lot of fun for us to broadcast it. So the more people we have, and the better racing we got, the more fun we have.
Yeah, most definitely. That's why I say it's good to see. Because I was here in the Cup Series last season, and it's good to see, even in the trucks. It's a little different, obviously, than what I'm used to. Some guys are quicker in the trucks than what I'm used to them being quicker in the next, or what they are in the next gens. But the field all around has gotten much better. Like, people are really getting better, and I applaud everybody.
Well, awesome, man, and I know they appreciate it, dude, and we appreciate you coming out, talking to us. Grant, you got anything for them?
Yes, I do actually. I was actually talking you up being a good contender, since I know how well you were doing in a different league. And I do want to just say congrats on your championship. I didn't get to tell you that yesterday.
Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. I don't know where you ended up being in that last.
Insomnia was my problem.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, it was, like I say, it was a good race. And nobody really had anything for the two guys that beat us, but I'm definitely glad to take home the championship. And there's a lot of guys from here that are similar with that league, and a lot of the talent can merge together and make everybody better.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with us.
Yeah, man.
We'll let you cool off from this intense race.
Yep, I appreciate y'all. Good broadcast.
All right, thank you, sir. All right, we are going to bring up Hank Kincaid, only because there's already a mark in here. Mr. Kincaid, this is Grant and the real Mark in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah.
How you doing, Mark?
Good, man. Good.
So, second place, dude. You guys had some amazing racing out there tonight.
Yeah, it was a blast. Steven was fast. I actually felt like I hung with him the whole race. But on that pit stop, I got hung in between some